What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. Okay, as we give people time to come in, I don't know why I'm always looking for something different when I do this. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. It's nothing I can do. You're going to need a team of doctors, some medication, and a facelift. That's all I'm saying. I just always feel like there's something else I could do. This I do need to do, though. I can't. What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. And good afternoon and good evening. And if you're watching me from across the ocean, then good morning. I found a little bit of free time in my schedule. I'm actually doing this because I really want to bring the items that I'm bringing. But also, it's also a very good distraction for me right now. I'll talk about that later on. You know, what I came to initially bring for you was a piece that I want us to discuss. I think I'm gonna tell you about it, but I'm gonna show you it last, or not right now, or something like that. But I want to talk about, I seen this video, and it really was, I thought, important for me to talk about it, because when I talk about the relationship between our men and our women, you know, my perspective is informed by my life and my upbringing. And some things are just foreign to me. I don't understand. And some things I accept that I don't need to understand, because they're so far outside of what is righteous and normal and human that I don't need to waste any brain power on that. But this was a sister. The brother apparently comes, I'm going to show you the video. The brother apparently comes to bring a meal for his child. I'm also talking about this because you remember in the last stream, I showed you the picture of this, I showed you the video of this sister who was admitting, as a single mother, for herself and others, that she wasn't looking for no father or no partner or no husband. She was only looking, she was only looking for the penis. And that backs up what I've said to you a gazillion times. But there it was, out of the mouth of babes. So this kind of is in that same valley, because he comes to bring a meal for his child. Apparently she's got more children, and she's pissed that he didn't bring a buffet for all of the children. That's all I'll say right now, because I don't want to taint it, because I really want us to have real discussion about that. I also wanted to speak now because my nephew, the prince, sent me something. I think it was yesterday, actually. I'd have to check the date on his text. What is today? So it was yesterday, about this 101-year-old bastard, a white demon, who has been sentenced to 5 years because of something he did in the Holocaust, and we're going to read and find out what. But I was immediately pissed off just when I saw the header that my nephew sent me. He didn't send me an article, he just sent me a header. And I was pissed for all the reasons that we're going to talk about. But I also wanted to, and before I even trying to, in pre-production, trying to get ready to present myself to you and to set up the technology and all that stuff. And I think I'm going to do this every time I do a video. Why not? Because it's right in the wheelhouse of what everything that I represent on earth in life as a man. And so we have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 or 10 just in trying to get set up. Just in trying to get set up. Just getting the camera right, getting my sourcing the search page. So when we get over there, I pick an article for us to read, and getting the Instagram stuff ready and all of that. I had to come across almost 10 things of an attack on African people from white ass fucking devils. The white man is the devil, everybody. And I'm going to prove that every fucking day that I'm on this bitch doing anything. Because it's the truth. And I'm going to hammer it and hammer it and hammer it. Because you see, what I do understand is that when people have been brainwashed, it takes that long to brainwash someone. That long. But it can take a lifetime, certainly many years, to even make someone realize they've been brainwashed. It's like the old saying, you know, a lie gets around the earth. I forget the number. We'll just say 1,000. A lie gets around the earth 1,000 times while the truth is still putting its shoes on. You know, one of the things that imprisons me on the earth is the lack of interest, even for ever even get to it being executed. Just the lack of interest in righteousness and what's good. Just the interest in it. And something I was watching last night, and I just said out loud, watching whatever it was, I said, righteousness never prevails. Those who are right just don't prevail. They don't. At least not anymore, was the last piece the universe gave me on that. I was speaking out loud, and that last part came, not anymore. Suggesting to me that there was a time when righteousness and what is good prevailed, could prevail very easily, but not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. And the state of humanity in this nation is that of robotic ghosts. Robotic ghosts. People don't have any emotion. They don't have anything. There's no foundation. There's no principle. There's no passion. I saw something random. It was from Jimmy Kimmel, you know, those little clips that I have on YouTube. And they got me stuck because it was just Mike Tyson. It was just like, Mike Tyson is right behind you. Like they were out on the street in front of the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood. I've stayed there. Very nice hotel. And they just had a microphone. They had, like, you know, people would come up and they ask you questions. You're like, what do you think about Mike Tyson? And what, you know, who's your favorite boxer and who's your favorite athlete? And this and the third. And they would bring up Mike Tyson to see what they're going to say about Mike Tyson. And then Mike Tyson would just come up from behind your ass. You feel me? So the last one, everyone was pretty honest for the most part, but there was still this vacancy that I see in the eyes of humanity. I see vacancy. You know, I'm someone who lives from my heart. I connect with people on an intimate level. That's how I connect. Otherwise, I don't feel connected to you. I don't feel you. I have to feel you. I have to. It's like eating. I have to eat. I have to feel humanity. I've always been that way. I'm not changing. But the last one was these two twin girls. And they were kind of hesitant, as most of humanity is. Just represent what you think and feel. Just say it. Just say it. But then one of the twins, she just had an epiphany. She goes, what, is Mike Tyson here? As they were about to give their answer, she turns around, she sees Mike Tyson. She goes, oh, he's the greatest fighter ever. And just, but there was another one. And it was 50 Cent. Oh my God, I can't. Wallahi, I didn't want to click on it because I hate 50 Cent. The sight of him. I certainly didn't want to hear him or anything. It's 50 Cent. But I had to, because I need to know, what is the reaction of these people going to be? So this last brother, you know, people are out there like, he sucks and I can't. But this last brother was really going in. And then 50 comes out, and maybe he wasn't the last guy, but he changed his entire thing. Oh man, he's #1 rapper, man. I was just playing with y'all. It was very funny and very entertaining, but nothing really goes past me, not a whole lot. And so for me, it's always the holistic thing of it. Everything imprints on me. So I just thought, how funny, but he just gave up his position like that. It wasn't even serious. So I know you're not going to hold a position when it's something serious. You're not. So don't know how I went down that street, but it's fine. I'll bring myself back. I want to go into, because I want to breeze through these things quickly. Because also I want to get to, they're raising up now again. You remember that the Buffalo shooter, they claim his provocation for shooting up the fucking store was because he's so terrified that black people are outnumbering them, are going to take over. All lies, I say. It was a cover for the murder of Aaron Salters, who wasn't even at the top supermarket. That's fine. But they're having this renaissance, really, of their paranoia, of their numbers. And apparently their birth rates have plummeted to the lowest rate in 25 years. I'm seeing white demons doing videos about when they will be no more, even. Not just when they're not the majority, because they're not the majority. Hear this, write it down if you need to, store it in your phone, screenshot me, whatever you need. White people are not the majority anywhere, everybody. I'll just say it again. White people are not the majority anywhere on earth, period. That's a statement of fact. Damn it. There's more people of color, particularly Africans, than all of them combined, period. Now, first, I want to see who is actually in the chat and then we're going to get into our first pass. I don't know what I'm looking at now. Let me go out and come back in. Okay, it updated. I'm like, 2 people. So we have a shout out to Allison Bleb. Shout out to you. And actually, when I was putting my link for the chat in the chat, I saw your name, Allison, and I wasn't even live yet. So I'm not understanding how you were seeing chats. Not understanding. But shout out to you. Cheryl Bryant, shout out to you. One of my constant gardeners. Original Jewess, shout out to you. Black Beauty Always, shout out to you. Charmaine Champagne, where you been, my girl? I love saying your name. Charmaine Champagne. I love that. It's something so everything about that for me. Charmaine Champagne. Shout out to you. You say Jedi. Wait. Or hello, Jedi. It's been a while. Yeah, I had to. Detox from social media. I hope all is well. I'm not mad at you for that. Like, I appreciate that. And I think more people need to do that, you know, if you're one of those people, because thankfully for me, I don't really have a major relationship with social media. You know, I kind of appear when I feel like I have something to offer or something like that. I'm not like, ooh, I must be on social media, you know. I'm not concerned with that. Cheryl, you say, Jedi, you seem to come on YouTube even more lately. It's a good thing. You must be bored. That's why you come on. No, I'm not bored. Trust me, Cheryl. I have better ways to spend my time than sitting in front of y'all ass. Trust and believe. No, but when I find time and I can't think of a reason not to, and I really do have something to say, then I speak, you know. And I think that increasingly between now and November, you're probably going to see more of me, just because once I have locked in everything for my travel to Africa, and I don't have to think about it anymore. I don't really have anything I need to think about here, you know, so I can just, I could probably just be a little bit more present, you know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not making any promises. Mystic something. I can't read it from here. It's not that I can't read it, I just can't see it from here. What is your name? I didn't even see it on. Oh, Mystic. I don't know. Shout out to you, Mystic. Appreciate you being here. Allison. Jedi, I'll see you later. I'm trying to cleanse myself from negative topics, so I will watch this video at a later time. I feel you. You know I get that, Allison, because you guys remember when I switched my content from, you know, revolution and liberation. Like, I don't want to, I don't do, every once again I come with a story, you know, like especially police brutality and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm just not doing it. There's still things that make me passionate, but I just can't, you know, because to me, as I've said to you a million times, I'm a doer, not a talker. And if I say I'm going to do something, it will happen, or I will die trying. And I never give my word unless I intend to keep it. So I'm not someone who can just sit up and talk about oppression, you know, and the latest thing, you know, I'm interested in doing. Having said that, it's still important, it's important, and forget that, but I still, like today, I'm struck by the headlines I'm going to show you, because that's for your benefit, you know, because I still understand that no matter what happens, for me, you are still going to have to come to an awakening. And you're going to have to realize that awakening is going to require action. You can't be here. You're going to find out very quickly that you can't be in America. You can't. You cannot be here. You can't. Not I don't want to. I don't you won't be able to. You can't be here. You can't. You can't. You can't. And if you're going to be here, you're going to have to make it up in your mind right now, that you're going to have to kill and you're going to have to die. Hopefully you won't die, but you're definitely going to have to be willing to kill. Because that's the only way white people are going to be off your ass. They're never going to stop anything by you just asking and praying and hoping and shit. That's the reality. You're going to have to kill. And if you're not willing to kill, you may just give it all up now. That's reality. That's reality. That's reality. That's reality. And proving this, we'll just scan. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Here's our first one. I think I'm sharing. Am I sharing? I'm sharing. Here's our first one. This, the value of this is just to show you that every day, like I say to you all the time, every day, all day, at every moment, white people are doing some shit. Their evil never stops. And it's all of them, which is also illustrative of what I'm going to show you, because it's in all different sectors, in all different places, of all different types of their ass. One evil, born evil. Problem to all humanity. This one, Montclair family sues school district for failing to address bullying at Buzz Aldrin Middle School. Haven't read it, don't know any of the implications of it. But I know that there's no need for a bullying headline. I don't know what the publication is. I guess it's just MSN. Anyways, unless it includes one of us. I don't even know where Buzz Aldrin Middle School is. I don't even know where Montclair is. Like, I don't understand. New Jersey. In 2020, Montclair mom Natalie Hackett shared how her daughter was a victim of bullying, harassment, abuse, discrimination. I don't need to read on. And a playground assault by a group of boys, white demons. Hackett accused the Montclair School District of negligence, saying it breached its duty to protect her daughter, who attended Buzz Aldrin Middle School. Buzz Aldrin, another liar, never went to the moon, and is part of the fiction of anybody going to the moon. Never happened. Never happened. Never happened. But gets a school named after a liar. Hackett says her daughter, who is African American, became the victim of bullying, harassment, and abuse, blah blah. At this school. Now we'll move to the next one. Will it let me just go? Please let me go. Damn it, it won't. I have to come back and go to that tab and share it. Wait. This is in the same wheelhouse. R. Kelly sentenced to 30 years in prison after New York sex trafficking conviction. A straight heterosexual black man whose only crime was being desirable to women. No one was held against their will. We have no evidence of anybody being taken in the middle of the night and dragged in a van. We don't have it. He goes to jail for 30 years, but some white fucked up ass devil, confused fuck, can stand up and proclaim he's a transgender and we're supposed to celebrate him, not understanding. We'll just move on. The hypocrisy of it all. Do you understand? Why did that do that? I don't know. I can't. All right, let me take down this one and this one. And then we should be oh wait, that's one of our damn it. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Because remember, they always have to apologize and step down, and they didn't mean it. We can't. Cranston Duncan celebration sparks controversy when Facebook post invites whites only. Invites only whites. You see? Everything I've read you has been like from like a few minutes ago, an hour ago. This one's 4 hours ago. I mean, this is not ancient. You feel me? You feel me? So we don't even need to know the merit of it. I'm just trying to show you the bullshit that these people do every fucking day. This is why I cannot stand them. I make no secret about it, and they are the devil. Period. Because the evidence speaks louder than anything else. It's just like when you try and tell people the Earth is not a fucking globe, and you tell them close your eyes and tell them what you have more evidence: a ball or a fucking flat surface. Which one do you have more evidence of? You can still hold your position, but acknowledge which one you have more evidence for. So if I sat up here with a bunch of brown shit on my face, would you have evidence that I have shit on my face, chocolate, or a chicken sitting on my head? You know, which one? So this is that. It's right up there with, no, not all police are bad. They're all evil to the fucking core. Every single one of them that is evil. That's a fact. That's a fact. Because again, what do we have more evidence of? There's got to be a better way to do this than I got to go in here every time to share a fucking tab. Maybe if I just do window, then I think it's just whatever I'm on. I don't know. But it doesn't give me the option to share when I do that. Oh, wait. Do I have to click on this? That won't work. Entire screen. We're gonna try it. That doesn't work. That does work. Okay. Next one. Come on, man. Okay. White Delta farm owners are underpaying and pushing out black workers. This is 4 hours ago. Where are the good white people? So we got a school. We had a Facebook. We got farmers now. We had R. Kelly. Where are the good white people at? Where are they? Where are they? Exploited. White Delta farmers, white Delta demon farmer owners are underpaying and pushing out black workers. Supreme Court just handed down very bad news for black voters. This is at 4:15 yesterday. Supreme Court handed down a brief order Tuesday evening that he effectively reinstates racially gerrymandered congressional maps in the state of Louisiana, at least for the 2022 election. I need to read shit else. Nurse resigns over controversial tweet. Well, let's see who it's going to be. A nurse is out of a job after a discriminatory tweet she posted went viral over the weekend because she's a white whore. No need to read shit else. Here's another one. Wait, when was that from? That's 7 hours ago. This one, 8:10 a.m. yesterday. Airbnb host removed after sending threatening text to Black doctor for leaving 4-star review. You see, I'm not buying into fiction on this earth, everybody. I'm not. Jesus Christ is not the savior of mankind. He did not come. God did not come as a man. He does not have a son. He did not send a savior for all fucking humanity. Santa Claus does not fucking exist. The white man is the devil. Do you understand? We live on a flat earth. We do not live on a ball. Nobody's been to the moon. I could keep going. Not buying the big lies. Not buying them. No, I don't need to. But we'll just scan a little bit of this to see what okay. An Airbnb whore has been removed from the home sharing platform after threatening a Black doctor, please, for leaving a 4-star review. Dr. Alex Moore, who was staying at a home listed in Vancouver, British Columbia, posted the frightening messages from the white whores on Twitter. Related, this Black traveling couple just created the largest Black-owned Airbnb list. Haha, I'll be interested in that. Quote, I have your picture, your name, and your number, the host texted her in a threatening message. You have 48 hours to remove your review, or I'm hiring a private investigator to obtain your address, and then the fun begins. Well, bitch, I was just your Airbnb, so I would just type back, bitch, it's going to be a hand grenade and a rocket propelled launcher blowing up all your shit. What, bitch? What? What? You see? Nah, dude. Nah. This is the true nature of their ass. This is in British Columbia. It doesn't matter if they speak with an accent, if they from fucking Iceland, if they from Croatia. It don't matter if bitches from Russia, from fucking Europe, I don't care. White people are the same. That's the fact of it. We accept that cats are the same. We study and learn their attributes and their habits, so we know what to feed them. They know what their temperaments are. We do the same thing with dogs, with birds, with all kinds of animals, horses. We do all the shit. You're supposed to do that same shit for humanity, because we are not the same as them. If they are human, they are different species of human than we are. Damn. But you see, according to the Moore, the host was upset because she had left a review of 4 out of 5, I guess, bringing their average rating down from a 5 to a 4.95. Wow. Another one. No, that was my search page. All right. There's one more. I know there's at least one more. Oh, wait. First, I need to go. This is, and I'm gonna run one of those every single time I do a video on anything, because I can show you better than I can tell you, and I've proclaimed to you that their evil is round the clock, it's daily, it's by the moment, it's as I sit here. I tell you that all the time. If I just had a dime for every time I've said that shit, just even a dime, I'd be chilling right now. This is every day. Do you understand? What is this? Is this not? No. Well, there must be a reason why I put a star. Wait. Yeah, it's got a star. Oh, because you didn't click on the story, Jedi. You clicked on the overall thing. So you're a total disaster and you need to die. I'm looking for something else, I find this. Wait, let me get it before it goes away. Let me come to you. Just found it, just seen it right now as we're speaking. Just right now. Because again, the evil does not end. That's my whole thrust for bringing you this segment in this stream. LA County returns $21 million breach property taken from black family in 1929. In my perfect dream, all the ancestors come back to life and we take all these things. Rid the earth of its parasite, of its sickness, of its virus. Rid the earth. Rid the earth. All you had to do was hit that and it would have done that job. All right, well, I'm still going. I'm still learning. So that's just our opening fanfare. Black Winter, shout out to you, Queen. Khalifa of the Most High, shout out to you. Pookie Bear, shout out to you. And I see I just barely see, we have to try anything at this point. That's the damn truth. I always say, if you want something you never had, you got to do shit you never did. I said that at least a gazillion times. Mystic, brother, are people going to have to do the same on that continent? Kill to get it back? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm praying that one of the things that, I have my own life to live, but I'm still the same man. And, the passion doesn't die in me. There are a lot of young ones that are waking up on the continent and they're understanding. I'm very encouraged, but one of the messages that I have to spread is to begin to help my people understand, and maybe my voice will be a little bit more powerful since I do come from this asshole, the devil, that gives me a certain reliability, not the word I wanted, but they need to really know, because you see, they don't really have any need to really know, because they're not really confronted with these people so much because they are the majority. Our people are the majority. So every time they see a white demon, they're grinning in their face or doing something positive, or they perceive as positive. You see, got to break that veneer, got to shatter it, got to burn it, got to burn it, got to burn it, burn it, burn it. Shout out to Nola Vega, a name I haven't seen in a while. Shout out to you, Nola. I appreciate you too. My Queen, Anjane 23. Always an honor and a high privilege to see you. Jedi is here to nourish me. That says it. That says it. That says it. But I want my people to, as I've preached for many years, knowledge equals action, everybody. Knowledge equals action. That's the equation. You cannot have, or should not have, one without the other. And when you do, the result is the state of our people. You see? The result is the state of our people. We have to exterminate in figurative terms, not so much. Any and all African people who have the wrong thinking, Gotta go. Gotta go. Listen, if you have, you know, it's one thing you have a couple of ants at your house, or maybe not ants, because I love ants because they are not, ants are your friend, man. They're consistent, you know, and they're not really a pest. So I'm not going to use the ants because they show up when it's something to show up for. They're letting you know it's something here, or we wouldn't be here. So don't start none, won't be none. You feel me? And when you remove that thing, they vanish and you never see them again. They don't have time. But a roach, for instance, or mice, you know, you see one or two, oh, okay. But you seeing them all over the place. At some point, that exterminator comes and say, you know, you have an infestation. You have an infestation. We're going to have to exterminate. That means the problem has gotten so big now, we have to do a mass genocide on these motherfuckers. Take the parable. Cheryl, Jedi, giving these pale demons that work. They reap havoc everywhere they go on the planet. Yes, and you know their stench by the condition of what you find there. That's how you know. That's how you know. You know their stench by the condition of the people that you find there. White people have been here. Or they're here. You see? So now, I want to continue my flow. But again, the purpose of, and I could have gotten into each one of those articles, but they're voluminous. And we would be here until all of us are very old. And this is something that you could do every single day. MSN is my homepage. So they usually have a thing. So you just click to the next story, click, click, click. There's a certain amount of dots and you just click till you get to the end and it goes back to the beginning. Like those are the updated, like the latest stories. And all those came from the latest stories. I didn't have to scroll down and look for stories. Just click, 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 click. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. That's it. White demory, white demory, white demory, 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 demory. That's it. That's it. So why would I speak differently than what I have knowledge of? Knowledge equals action. So I'm going to sit up here and give some fuzzy speech about how we should all come together and we're all one and we're all the same and shit. I doubt it. You're never going to get that out of me. You're never going to get that out of me. You have a higher value of getting a goose's egg out of my ass than ever hearing some shit like that out of me. Not happening. Not happening. All right, let me come to this. From an Airbnb to a fucking nurse to I mean, you just saw the variety of it too. You see, it's you know, this is an infestation, everybody. An infestation. An infestation. What is this? All right, hold that. I'm going to go with CNN on this because the header that my nephew sent me was from CNN. So just to honor him sending it to me, I'll do the article from CNN. Share. I probably need to get the pictures pulled up though, because I think in the article there's not a picture of this bastard and you need to see a picture of him. So let me prepare that. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, L, M, N, not C. There the bitch is, bitch. Preview. Okay. Now share. And this should be it. But you need to see the picture first. So let me do the article because in case, no, they don't do like the New York Times where you got to sign in. Stop screen. Share and how do I, maybe it's window. Aha. This is the bastard. There he is. 101-year-old evil ass white devil is what you have in front of you. Here he is. There he is. And there he was trying to cover up in court and all of it. I can't. And then I guess when they wheeled him out of his home or wherever the fuck he was at. But our issue is not really him. Our issue is white people, period. Because, and the so-called Jews, so-called, because I've already proven that these people are not Semitic. They don't want to have the Semitic talk. You understand? I brought you my rabbi friend, who I've let you hear our phone conversations. I played them for you. And they don't have an answer for the Semitic thing because they're not Semitic. And indeed, everything that we just looked at since I opened up this video is anti-Semitic because we are the Semites. It's anti-Black and by default anti-Semitic. I've done full videos on this channel breaking down for you what is Semitic. Do you see? I just don't understand why any of these people who are famous, when these fake ass people throw this charge at them, why don't they say, if I'm being anti-Semitic, then show me. Show me you're Semitic. Show me you're Semitic. Show me. Show me. And that's when they will wither away and die off. Because they don't have it. They don't have it. It's just like when any of them get snared up with tax evasion and Wesley Snipes didn't pay his taxes and all this shit. When you march into court, you tell them, show me the law. Show me the law. Just show me the law. Show me the law that says I have to pay income tax. Just show me the law. They don't have it. 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 Sherry Peel Jackson, I think is the sister's name, now tours the country giving speeches about this very issue. She worked for the Internal Revenue Service. That's your key word, service. She worked for the IRS for many years, high up. And she saw an ad in the newspaper where somebody was saying anybody can show that we have to pay income tax, they're going to win. He'll give them some outrageous amount of money. Might have just been 10 grand. Could have been 50 grand. I don't know. And she thought, well, I work at the service. I have this. It's mine and whatever. Until she couldn't find it. And she realized it doesn't exist. And the whole thing's a lie and a farce. You see? Everything is a lie, everybody. Everything is a lie. And when you have tax evasion, this is why the IRS doesn't come to seize your shit. They show up, but they don't do anything because they don't have arrest powers, you see. So they have to call in the ATF and the FBI. IRS doesn't do shit because they are what? A service. They're not even a federal entity. Did you know that? They're a service. They're telling you it in their fucking title. I'm over it. We want to go to this bastard now. Quickly, I want to shout out Reynaldo. So glad you could be here, brother. It's a deep honor and a high privilege because I know your schedule and I know it's not easy for you, man. So, Allahu Akbar. I'm deeply honored that you could make this stream. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Khalifa, Jedi, sorry. Had to give you some screen time, brother. My bad. Khalifa Jedi, sorry for going off topic, but it's no problem. But you said you once lived near the Atlanta Zoo. Well, so did I in the 80s and 1990s. Well, I was there in the 1990s. And yes, I did. I lived on America Street, Khalifa. And then I was back in Atlanta in 1990. I feel like it was 7. It could have been, yeah, because I was there before the Olympics. And then when I went back, I was there after the Olympics. I know that because I have pictures right now of the Olympic Stadium, the torch and all of the shit. I have it right now. I have it. So that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Wow. Uh-oh, we just jumped. Cheryl, Margaret Sanger believed that black people should be exterminated. Well, she's a white whore and hopefully she's dead. All right, moving on. Mental edge. They say the wicked live a long life. I see what they mean now. Yes, because these people never fucking die. Like, die the fuck off. Die. Brian, shout out to you. Good to see you in the stream today. Black Winter, yeah. Yet they'll arrest you if you don't. I'm out of context, Black Winter. Mystic Akhenaten, I think it's a. You say Freedom to Fascism by Aaron Russo. I've seen it, actually. It was one of my earliest things that I saw when I knew there was such thing as YouTube. Yeah. And I would just say even Rahim of Allah to Aaron Russo for being a truth teller and all the enlightenment that he has brought with his relationship with the Rockefellers and all of it. And he's not been wrong. Everything that he said he learned and stuff like that, that shit is real. He definitely has credibility. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Credibility. All knowledge is with Allah. Mystic, you go on to say she's in that documentary. I think you're talking about the somebody you mentioned earlier. Anjane, Biden is trying to give the IRS power to arrest. Really? Okay, how about you learn how to ride a tricycle first, Biden, and then you can do stuff with the IRS. Okay, go learn to ride a tricycle with wheels on it. Go do that. Go do that. Use your time wisely. Ronaldo, I can work with this time, Jedi. Okay. Stored. I'm so random. And that's the other thing I should say too, when who was it, Cheryl that was saying earlier, but that's the other thing too. Sometimes I've done and do live streams trying to be considerate of some of my audience that I know, you know. So Ronaldo's a perfect example of that. No one can stand Biden, Black Winter. No one. And by the way, they just had primaries, major primaries across the country yesterday, everybody. And you know, it's not a good thing. And what you need to understand, in fact, last night I thought if I did speak today, the title of my stream would be "There's Only One Political Party." I still may do that because there is literally only one political party in this bitch. There's not two parties. There's not. And that's the truth. You know, they're not even secretive about it. They asked Kamala Harris's dumb, dizzy ass. She's the dizziest bitch I've ever seen, at least in 10 years, at least since Sarah Palin. At least since the judges are telling me now. It was, okay, so they're saying, anyway, there she was. And some MSNBC bitch asked her, says, about women's rights, women protection of women's rights and she didn't have an answer. Well, we don't have the votes for that. And and I never see her, but when I do see her, the very few times that I see her, every once and a fucking again, it's always this. She's dismissive of the question. Who was it? Lester Holt. Man, I know his name by memory. Oh, I can't. Asked her in a previous interview, said something about either immigration or something. She goes, well, I'm in so-and-so right now, so I'm not really understanding what the question means. I mean, I don't know why you asked me the question. Because you're the vice president, dizzy ass bitch. That's why. And you're supposed to be able to answer a question. Dude, she's dead to me. She was dead to me since before they were elected. I told you this already. Fuck Kamala Harris and the bitch that gave birth to her. Oh, I can't. I can't. Here you are. You're supposed to be the first woman vice president. The whole cachet around you is that you're a woman. That's why anybody would care about your bitch ass. If your name was John Harris or Bill Harris, nobody would care. We've already had an extraordinary black family in the White House. That was our quota. We didn't really need your ass. You're not even bonus. So you're only there, dumb bitch, because your name is Kamala Harris and you're a female. You should have something profound and thoughtful to say on the subject of women's rights and women's reproductive rights and all of it. You should have had a prepared statement. You should have been jumping to the podium the moment they said Roe v. Wade is over. You should have been jumping to the podium. Even if you didn't mean it, just for political points. Act like you mean it. What they say, fake it till you make it? Do that. I'm outraged that Roe v. Wade has been struck down, and how dare these justices strike down this important ruling. And remember, because she was very quick to Joe Biden when they were in the debates. I want Joe Biden, and you're the one who did busing, and such. That little girl was me, and it was very dramatic, and she had the T-shirts ready to go. Well, why didn't you have T-shirts ready to go for Roe v. Wade, bitch? Why? So I'm over it. I'm over it. I can't. Khalifa, you say I live off of Georgia Avenue. I don't remember what street. I don't remember a lot of the streets there, man. Even like where I've lived, how many years I live in California. I'm not good with street names. Y'all know I moved to this apartment in 2017, October. When you come out of my house, if you stand in my driveway, you could see my cross street because there's a house right there on the corner. I still don't know the name of that street, and it's right there, and I see it every single day. That's how bad I am. I usually only know the street I live on. Like, I can get you anywhere, but don't ask me no street names. I don't know what that is with me. Brian, Margaret Sanger, I read that. No, Brian, Margaret Sanger was a succubus entity. Damn it. Mystic, the black IRS sister. Yeah. Sherry Peel Jackson, I think is her name, Mystic. Black Winter, it's called Double Speak. Yeah. Kamala is Indian and Jamaican. She's nothing about us. The bitch is not Indian or Jamaican. Fuck her. You understand? I'm not buying all this exotic shit, you see, because she just became exotic. Like, ooh, exotic. Nah. Not going for it. And Jamaican isn't really a race. That's just a geographic location. Just like it's almost insulting for us to call ourselves African American. Because then who the fuck are we? We're representing two continents. Well, what are we? So we're the Israelites. Do you understand what I'm telling you? That's where that comes. That's why that becomes important, because African and American is just continental. Having said that, you're still better off representing yourself just as an African, and that's it. You feel me? Because that kind of encompasses. Because really, Africans, it's a continent to us, but being African is a whole thing to Africans. It's a way of being. It's a way of being. It doesn't matter what it's called. It's a way of being. It's a way of being. It's a way of being. So let's go to this part now, and we'll come back. Shiro, shout out to you, Queen. Muchos besos a ustedes. A usted. Let's go to this bastard really quick, everybody, because my whole thrust of bringing this is because, well, we just saw one of the headlines we just scanned over was them. The governor of my state is giving somebody back their shit from 1929. So this Holocaust lasted about 5 minutes, 3.5 to 4 years. Look it up. I have. And it was over. It wasn't in this nation. It was in one part of the world, and that was it. At a fixed amount of time. It had a beginning, a middle, and a fucking end. Our shit begins before 1619 and continues while I sit here talking in this bitch right now. And we allow them to be sensitive? Wow. 101-year-old bastard. Former Nazi concentration camp guard, sentenced, so he's a concentration camp guard, sentenced to 5 years for Holocaust atrocities. So just a second. So this validates, not that I needed it, what I've said to you forever. These white people now, born evil, want to jump and say, well, I didn't have slaves. I wasn't born then. You weren't born then. No, bitch, you're still guilty. Born guilty. Just the fact that I was born in Cook County Hospital makes your ass guilty. Because I wasn't born in Nairobi. I wasn't born in, in the Volta region of Ghana or something. You see? So, guilty. 28th June. A 101-year-old white devil, concentration camp guard, has been sentenced to 5 years in prison by a German court for aiding and abetting the murder. For aiding and abetting. So not that he did shit, just he aided and abetted. So it should be a whole lot of white people being carted off in bus and train loads right now over aiding and abetting on our shit. Aiding and abetting the murder of 300, we have to highlight that. Aiding and abetting the murder of 3,518 people during the Holocaust. They literally have an exact number, 3,518. How do we know this? How do we know that number? I'm going to ask that. You're going to present the number to me. How do you know that number? Where'd you get it? Remember, there's Zionists writing this. CNN is Zionist. You understand? Who wrote it? Inke Capeller and Ben Brown, Zionists. I'm over it. All right. The man who had been charged in 2021 with, quote, knowingly and willfully aiding and abetting the killing of prisoners at the Sachsenhausen concentration camp in Oranienburg, north of Berlin, from January 1942 to February 1945, according to the prosecution's office in Neuruppin in the northeastern state of Brandenburg. He was sentenced to the Neuruppin Regional Court on Tuesday, or by the court. The court spokeswoman Iris Leclerc told CNN. Leclerc said the trial was a complex process. And by the way, they've not told us who brought the charge against him. How much more? Oh, they never miss an opportunity to show these pictures. But I'm listening now because I want to know who brought the charge. So we got a 101-year-old bastard sitting someplace rotting. Who brings him up on charges? He was sentenced. Okay, Leclerc said the trial was a complex process. Quote, it was extraordinarily difficult to find an appropriate punishment because the acts took place a very long time ago and the perpetrator is already very old. All of this had a mitigating effect on the sentence, she said. The vast number of people who died under the Guards' watch was also taken into account. Leclerc suggested, under German law, people found guilty of murder are typically sentenced to between 3 to 15 years in prison. Again, we still don't know who's bringing the charge. And if we don't find that, then this is a propaganda piece just to put their Zionist asses out there in the middle of everything else. Do you understand? We'll just read on. Around 1 million or 100,000 prisoners are thought to have died at wherever the fuck it was camp. The verdict is a late compensation for the relatives and a very important sign for Germany, Christopher somebody of the International Something Committee told CNN. Hubner, who followed the trial, criticized the number of years it had taken the German courts to press charges. The German courts pressed charges. The German court pressed charges on behalf of who? German courts is like the prosecutor pressed charges. But who's the plaintiff? Who brought the said that 101-year-old bastard over there is the one that did it? Who said that? Who? Who? Damn it, who? The German court criticized of the years it was taking the German court to press charges. Now the wound of the relatives can be taken care of, he said. Who are the relatives? Did they bring the charges? Are they litigants? The convicted man had always denied being active in the concentration camp, according to Hubner. The Central Council of Jews in Germany acknowledged the ruling. Quote, even if the defendant will probably not serve the full prison term due to his advanced age, the verdict is to be welcomed, end quote, said the vomiting Zionist bastard fake ass people. The thousands of people who worked in the concentration camps kept the murder machinery running. So why this dude? And what's his name? Do we have a name? We don't have a name yet. They've just referred to him as the man. A 100-year-old Nazi. The man charged. The killing of prisoners at the fucking thing. Blah, blah, blah. We still don't have the guy's name. So we're all this way down. They've not even identified the dude or who brought charges against him, suggesting this is a propaganda piece. But we'll read on. Because it's out of nowhere. And why? He's 101. Who would care? Who would care? Who would care? They were part of the system. Therefore, they should also take responsibility for it, Schuster said. It is bitter that the defendant has denied his activities at that time until the end and has shown no remorse. Well, maybe he's just not fucking guilty. And I'm inclined to believe that he's not guilty based on common human reaction. Even white devils, certainly a German, you're 101, you don't really give a fuck no more. Damn it, I did it, I said it, I did it. You know. Could be he's guilty and doesn't remember. He's 101. And this shit only happened for 3.5 to 4 years. He didn't do it. That's why they haven't given us his name yet. Wait, related article. That's something else. The man's name has not been made public. Ah, there it is. So you got this sprawling headline from CNN that's supposed to be very dramatic and very, oh my God. And the man's name has not been made public. And what have I been saying? Well, where's his name? They haven't told us who he is. Where's his name? Who brought the charges? Now we get all the way down here. I'll leave that highlighted so you can see how far we've come. Oh my God, I'm gonna need a lunch. Where's my break? I can't. There, we made it back to the top. Wait, we're going back again. I can't. Wait. And finally, the man's name has not been made public. Why? In accordance with Germany's privacy laws. Really? Because nothing overrides these Zionist people when they want justice. This is in Germany, where you're not even allowed to have any swastika flags or any signs or statue or anything that reminds anybody that the fucking Holocaust ever took place. That's a fact. But we're going to respect the privacy laws to not release the name of a murderer during the Holocaust. So we can prosecute him for something that happened 100 years ago, but we can't tell his name out of privacy laws. The charges included involvement in. We're over. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We'll just see if. We don't know. I can tell us his name. We already know that. So what else did I ask? Who's bringing the charge? And they're not telling us that. Died there. Population. Nobody cares. And estimated. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm over it. Oh wait, they had to get this in. And estimated who killed were hundreds of thousands of Roma people, political opponents, homosexuals, and people with physical or learning disabilities. You see, they're trying to just get everybody in there, but they don't mention our black ass. And there were many thousands of black Germans, you understand, that were killed in the Holocaust. So it's our fucking Holocaust too, bitch. But because you're racist to your core, and why we don't give a shit about your Holocaust, because you don't give a shit about ours. And ours is ongoing. And we were part of yours. And you never acknowledged us in your shit. Here, they have an opportunity at the end of their fake article of this guy who's not guilty, didn't happen, this is a propaganda piece. And they say an estimated 6 million Jews. Now it's estimated. But they know exactly how many people he was responsible for killing. 3,518 is what I think they told us. Now it's an estimated. Because we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Were killed in Nazi concentration camps during World War II. Also killed were hundreds of thousands of Roma people, comma, political opponents, comma, homosexuals, comma. How do you know they were homosexuals? Did you have video of them doing something? Were they just macking it up on the street and anal sexing it out? You see? And people with physical or learn. So everybody needs to hate them. But here's the punchline. Many of these fucking fake ass Jews are Germans. Went to school with many of them when I was a kid. One stands out. Clint Johnson. His grandmother was a Holocaust survivor. They lived on the street over from us. 4th, 5th grade, something like that. They were German. Now we're back to Whoopi Goldberg again. You know, so it just, you know, I shouldn't. Now, I want to stop by you for a minute. Then we want to go to this sister because, but I just want to say, everybody, again, we're being disrespected. You know, back on my old big channel, they took down a video that I did. It was about marijuana. I don't smoke marijuana. I'm not sitting up here smoking marijuana. None of that shit. My whole video was about, I brought you every single state and read you every single law in every single fucking state of what was it medicinal, Was it recreational? Was it medicinal and recreational? I broke it down across the fucking country. They took down the video for no reason. Because I was asking, how is it legal? And many of my brothers and sisters are still languishing in prison. And then I played you a video of a white devil, some young fucker with his laminate on. And he was saying, it's not right that people that even have a felony, and they're the ones that started it, can't even work in here. He's talking about black folks. So that video pissed somebody off and he took the shit down. You see? This is that. Because while you want to resurrect some 101-year-old fucker who you can't even name for us or tell us who the litigants were that brought the claim against him, we can't get a fuck. I just read you a headline that they further destroying the voting rights for African people. And you definitely can't get a hate crime bill out of this fucker. You're not getting reparations. Our shit is pressing and now, bitch. That's like our house is on fire and you want me to be concerned about some bitch's house that burned down 5 weeks ago and she's got the fake facade up now from the rebuilding all the shit from Lowe's. This is that. No, bitch. Our house is on fire right now. You see? But they're happy to put everything in front of you because they don't want to have to deal with the very people that need to strike on their ass. Nat Turner style. Because that's the only way you're going to get the justice that we're due. So it's not like we're asking for some shit that we just want or we just imagine out of our ass. We're owed. We are owed. And they're trying to lull you to sleep with this get along and love everybody and shit. And you just blend and you're supposed to just forget about all that shit. That's why every fucking thing that runs on TV, every commercial, every ad, every product, everything is white bitch, black man. Every single one of them. White bitch, black man. Every single one of them. And that ties right in with their paranoia over their not going to exist anymore. Which that's what I got rid of. I lost my thing. Oh, no. I'm right on schedule. Okay. We're not going to go to the sister yet. Going to come to you quickly. Then we're going to go to this leads into what I just said leads into that. I was at Black Winter. Perfect. Another shout out to you, Shiro. Rella D, shout out to you, Queen. Peace and blessings as well. Ray Supreme, I'm so glad you're here because I was watching the last stream back and I saw that I highlighted your name, but I was yakking and I thought I had read the comment. I clicked somebody else. I didn't acknowledge you. Shout out to you, Ray Supreme. Mental edge, those so-called Jews would. Yeah. And so-called, you see? And we don't need to shy away from the topic, everybody, because again, they crumble one-on-one. You understand? And this doesn't even diminish their faith. Like anybody can follow the Torah, can follow Torah. It's not the Torah, it's just Torah. Anybody can follow Torah and be, which is the law, and follow the Jewish tenets of life. Anybody can do that. That's fine. And as a Muslim, I've said to you a gazillion times, the Orthodox Jew is our cousin. And you will not meet a kinder people than them. You will not. 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 Those are not the ones we're talking about. Because those are the ones you never fucking hear from. Do you understand? It's the yackers. These are the fucking Zionists. The fake ones. You see? Always got something to say. There they are out there with the little yarmulkes trying to be seen and all of it. While doing everything unholy. You see, real Orthodox Jews are like Muslims. There's a very strict way of living. You don't deviate from that. You don't do that. You don't. You don't. Mystic. Zionist Jews, bankers financed the whole Nazi empire. Indeed. And I just saw where Rihanna, my Pisces sister, God love her, But her company Fenty is now hooked up with Goldman Sachs, and now you're going to be able to buy portions of her company on the stock market. Okay, this is not a good thing, Rihanna. Goldman Sachs, fucking Zionist. That's all it means. It's very sad. So to the surface, to many of our people, it'll look like that's a good thing. Rihanna is on the stock market now. And no, the Jedi has spoken. And I'm telling you that this is not a good thing. You search Goldman Sachs, you search their history of all the shit they've done. And now this striking model queen, Rihanna, nah. I'm happy for her financial success and her business acumen and all of that. She's very smart, because you wasn't going to get that far down the road on umbrella, sister. You know, just wasn't going to happen. She's got a good catalog that will serve her, but you need to do something else. And she did. She did. And I love that I've seen even something where she's even the face of her own brand. That's huge, man. That's huge. Anyways, Anjane. That confirms the story is BS. Absolutely. Because there's certain things that you look for, at least I do, markers. You bring this story that that there's litigation being brought, and it's just a big deal. And the guys, I had to literally go and find a picture of it. Every article that I clicked on, there was no picture. It was just him with the fucking thing in front of his face. So I just had to literally click images, and finally there was a picture. So it's all very, nah. And I suggest you it's a propaganda piece. Shiro. Okay. 1 Nazi, 2 Nazi. How about all murders, rapes, lynching, etc.? Who takes on all those violations in this lifetime? This is right up there with the man on the moon. It's right up there. It's right up there. It is. It is. It is. It is. Mystic. There were dozens of American companies helping to finance the Nazi empire. Indeed. And in fact, on my old channel, I brought you guys a story because there was some New York Congress bitch that some rail company here had something, they somehow made a connection so they could give their fucking asses more money. While we sit out here waiting on fucking reparations, bitch. We want reparations or blood. That's what we want. We're not looking to be respected. I'm not looking for fairness. I'm not looking for integration and fucking diversity and shit. I'm looking for a check, bitch. That's it. A check or death. That's it. That's it. That's it. Just like in their shit, they say, give me liberty or give me death. Bitch, give me reparations or die. That should be our claim. That should be our proclamations. We should have banners. We should have t-shirts that say, give us reparations or die. That should be it. That should be it. That should be it. I read that. That's to Shiro. CJ Stevenson, shout out to you, Queen. Hello, Jedi, just stopped in. Well, I'm glad to see you, CJ. And I hope you will come, many of you will come on camera someday and give me the honor of at least seeing who you are. I'm not going to go off on that tangent now, but I want to shout out Andrea Smith for coming on. I want to shout out Gwen, who came on the other night. Yeah, thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. You following a man who preaches no fear, no fear, no fear, and then you express fear in my presence. This is not pleasing to me at all, and it's quite hypocritical. Oh, that's to Cheryl. Gary Taylor, a cool $10 million check. That's just the down payment. That's just like an appetizer, like an allowance piece. Because each one of us is owed way much more than that. Way more than that. More than that. Way more. But that would be a nice, appetizer. Just to get us started. Just to get us started. And shout out to you, Gary. Shout out to here y'all come with these Ascenticues. Arize, I don't know. Shout out to you though. I hope I said it right. Arize. I don't know. These Ascenticues and commas fuck me up. Arize. We're gonna go with that. I'm being told just off camera that that's what we're going with. The judges like that, and they've decided. So it's out of my hands. Let's see. Now we want to go to this. I'm going to turn on the air briefly, you all. I'll just have to remember to keep my voice up. And then also, if there's a way for me to adjust my mic while I'm on live, there might be audio. Because one time I turned the mic up when I heard the playback, I was like, nah, that's too loud. We're going to go to 150 and I'm going to stop. Okay, it's 151, whatever. Anyways, remember to stay in frame. Where is it now? Because I wanted, that's who I want. I want the Daily Mail. Because Daily Mail always has all the receipts of everything. Like whenever Daily Mail wants to show notifications, block. Just give me the story, bitch. Oh, now they tripping. I can't work like this. Try again. Come on, man. They're so pressed to sell you shit. Like, just, as I've told you in the past, everybody, that's not natural. To just be being sold shit all day around the clock in your life. Like, just permanently selling you shit. Like, this is not... Oh my God, I have a missed call, y'all. My sound is down again. So I didn't even know. Oh my God, Joseph called me. My best friend. We didn't speak over the weekend. And I know he's looking for an update on my trip to Florida. I don't know. I'm very conflicted. I need to turn up my... Well, I'm not going to turn it up now because, watch, if I turn it up right now, then everybody and mother will call me. So let me bring you in. This is their obsession. U.S. birth rate plummets to lowest 25 years as poor economy puts would-be parents off having children. Why I also tried to bring this, because look at the date on this, everybody. That reads like a right now headline. As poor economy puts would-be parents off having children. The pandemic, the fucking inflation, that means 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 10 years ago, the same shit was happening right now. Was there an update? Not this year. But it doesn't matter the date because this is a current current story. Um, in fact, well, if I click back, it won't click back. You won't get it. And we're not going to read all of this. We don't need it. No. We're not going to do Daily Mail. We might do Daily Mail. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it went. You see here, this is 2021, May. U.S. birth rate falls to lowest point in more than a century. We'll do that one. Yeah, we'll do that one. This is New York, Associated Press. This is, I guess, the caption for this picture. And it says, in this Monday, 6th April, 2020, file photo, cots and cribs are arranged at the Mountain America Expo Center in Sandy, Utah, as an alternate care site or for hospital overflow amid the COVID-19 pandemic, according to the government report released on Wednesday, 5th May. The U.S. birth rate fell 4% in 2020, the largest single-year decrease in nearly 50 years. The rate dropped for moms of every major race and ethnicity. Every major. I suggest you white folks are not major. They're not. I don't suggest, I proclaim. And in nearly every age group, falling to the lowest point since federal health officials started tracking it more than a century ago. That's when white folks started tracking. U.S. birth rate fell 4% last year, the largest single-year decrease in nearly 50 years, according to a government report being released Wednesday. The rate dropped for moms of every major race and ethnicity, and in nearly every age group, falling to the lowest point since federal health officials started tracking it more than a century ago. Births have been declining in younger women for years, as many postponed motherhood and had familiar families. I want to stop and say this to the brothers. Your disposable razors, that strip, tear that shit off of there, cut it off, use a razor, whatever you got to do. That shit, I forget the chemical that's in it, but it's feminine. You need to get rid of that strip. Get rid of the strip, brothers. Get rid of the strip. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Birth rates for women in this late 30s, and brothers who use that funky shit, the magic shave, get rid of it. Your nose should tell you shouldn't use that. The birth rate for women in their late 30s and in their 40s has been inching up, but not last year. The fact that you saw declines in births, even for older moms, is quite striking, said Brandy Hamilton of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the lead author of the new report. The CDC report is based on a review of more than 99% of birth certificates issued last year. It's based on 99% of birth certificates issued last year. So do they talk to those mothers and say, can we use your birth certificate for this study? Huh? Did that happen? Talk to me. The findings echo a recent Associated Press analysis of 2020 data that 25 states showed that births had fallen during the coronavirus outbreak. Well, that's not a surprise. That's not even a headline. The pandemic, no doubt, contributed to last year's big decline, experts say. Anxiety about COVID-19 and white people just losing their mind in general and its impact on the economy likely caused many couples to think that having a baby right then was a bad idea. But many of the 2020 pregnancies began well before the U.S. pandemic. CDC researchers are working on a follow-up report to better parse out how the decline unfolded, Hamilton said. You know, I want to mention this. Remember that my wife had a baby at 50 years old. At 50, she not only had the baby, but then went right on tour, looking like she did when she was 19. These statistics are not for Black women, I suggest to you. But what Black women need to understand is that you can't do what white women can do, and you should not want to. Most of the feminine products out there, most of the prenatal care, most of the feminine care, all the shit, they're not understanding that you're biologically different. So most of the shit you're doing is for their white ass. That's it. There has to be specific studies on African people for everything, because we're not the same as them. You are not the same. I love there was this sister, she was testifying before somebody over this shooting in Buffalo. And or it might have been the Texas shooting, I can't remember. She was a mother. And she was saying, you know, when this fucker was doing something at the age of whatever, and at 14, my child was playing video games. Like, just the stark contrast, like, but why I mention it is because she said, we are not the same. We are not the same. Basically let white folks know we're not like your white ass. I tell you, they're born violent and born evil, everybody. Born violent, born evil. That's the truth. If it wasn't, I wouldn't proclaim it. And I didn't get here yesterday. The day before yesterday. That's something else. Moving on. We don't really need the rest of this. Because there's not, it's just facts and figures and states and sticks in them. We don't need it. Well, we'll read this because this is germane. Birth rates fell 8% for Asian American women. You see, well, what does that mean? Why wouldn't you just be Asian? 3% for Hispanic women. 4% for Black and white women. Or 4% for Black and white women, and 6% for moms who were American Indians or Alaska Natives. I'm over it. So you're trying to tell me Asians fell further than the white bitch? This is lies. Because who's putting out the study? The same people lying to you about the census. So here's our crescendo. Speaking of mothers. This. And this needs to be interactive because I don't want just my opinion. Not interested, don't want it, don't need it. This is a moral issue. As I'm opening up Instagram, cops put him in handcuffs with no seatbelt, drove reckless, now he's paralyzed. We have to see that. No, it's more white evil. It's more white evil. We don't need to. But again, it makes my point. I'm literally going to what we're gonna, and then we see this. You see, don't tell me shit about these people. Don't attempt to do that. Don't ever do that. If you love your life, don't do that. It's not wise. Okay, so now, Instagram. Sadly, it doesn't have, you can't rewind it and stop it and enlarge it and stuff. So it already started playing, so I have to just play now.
People can see how he really is. It ain't more.
But just to set it up for you, this is the dude's car. He's on scene, on site. He has come to bring his child some food. Roll it.
It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
Spend money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, dog.
So that's what you gonna go with? That's the one you gonna
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
They're my so that means
yeah. So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th.
Your babies.
Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kids as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel like a feel away about eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the room.
Him down to the car. He ain't even got any for it. He come right out to the car. He with me.
No. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here. Give it here. Give it here. Done. He ain't eating this. You.
Why don't you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Selfish is like you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He's not finna eat that. Dumb. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
Spend money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, dog. Dumb.
So that's what you gonna go with? That's the one you gonna
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
They're my so that means
yeah. So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th. Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kids as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel like a feel away about eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the room.
Down to the car. He ain't got any for it. He come right out to the car. He with me.
No. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here. Give it here. Give it here. Done. He ain't eating this. You.
Why don't you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid.
I want you to tell me now, did she do the right thing? Did she do the right thing? Speak. Speak, everybody. Type your comment to my question, and I'm going to catch up on these other comments I haven't read. Arize, that's why I appreciate your broadcast. You come with the receipts. QNEF or Arise Network. Okay. All right. Thank you for that clarification. I can't see it really. It's too little for me. Shout out to Rain, a new face, new name, I should say. Race soldiers in Akron, Ohio shot an unarmed black man 90 times last night. There it is. Eight Akron police fired 90 plus shots during confrontation with a man. Wow. The white man is the devil, everybody. And until you ready to hand them their coffin, you're not going to get shit. That's what it is. Their evil has prevailed because they depend on our lack of violence. And they got you believing that violence is not the way. Two wrongs don't make a right. They're taking all the main ingredient shit away from you. I'm a black man. I don't even want to eat your fucking chicken if it ain't got fucking Lori seasoned salt and some goddamn it garlic salt. At least that. You feel me? The key ingredients. But they got your ass. The very shit that you need to be doing is exactly what you're not supposed to do. They have you thinking. I'm over it. Where's the brothers on the police force where I can read about some white devil that's been shot 90 times? I'm waiting for that headline. Shiro, this is ridiculous. And she thought she was doing something by recording it. Because she was like, I'm going to expose you. I'm going to expose you. I want to hear what y'all got to say first. I don't say nothing. Where did I? Oh, here we go. CJ Stevenson. Oh, wait. It's not letting me click. There we go. What in the world? I can't with this foolishness. J9, shout out to you. Why didn't she just ask him to bring 4 of them damn burgers? Okay. And then she litters on top of everything. Now let's get her. She's littering, you see. No, she did. No, she did a dumb thing. Okay. Arise says, no, she didn't. Mystic. Not to me, she didn't. CJ. Please, for the love of the Most High, stop recording every fucking thing. I know, right? Naldo, he don't have to bring shit for all those damn baby kids. Amen. They are both a mess. She definitely is the wrong. She's definitely in the wrong. And he should have took his son to get some food instead of dropping it off. He already know how children react to one child having something they don't. I'm pretty sure you're going to say they don't all have. She's a ghetto mess, though. You know, I don't get my stamps to the. That's right up there, y'all. When I used to do the reviews for the haves and the have-nots. Quincy's sister, Quita. She was in jail with I forget the characters' names now, but she was in jail with Tika, whatever the chick name is. And she talked about something. She's somehow because they had killed her son. And she thought they gonna mess up my check. The night I did that review, I must have cried for an hour at that shit, man. It was the funniest thing. This is right up there with that. You don't get my stamps to the 11th. Never. So you know you're recording and you let everybody know you get your stamps on the 11th. I can't. Never. Wait, did I read that? Yeah, I read the rest of that. But she is young. They both are young and need to be educated. These two young people need help. No, she's trying to expose someone. Shaking my head, expose how wretched she is. Rain, I would brought them all something to eat. As a man, it's just the right thing to do, regardless of the situation. Okay. Righteous indignation. Shout out to you, and thank you for your Cash App as well. Speaking of unseasoned chicken, that's what their skin looks like. But we over here all golden and crispy, beautiful and delicious. Now, I will give my dissertation. Number one, and I'm glad somebody mentioned it, that that they're both young, so I would definitely was struck by that too. Like, they're kids, man. Like, that's a problem, first of all. But it's also, look how he was dressed. Look how he approached. Look even how he was holding the food. It was, I don't know if it was even up there with like a DoorDash driver or something, It was very disconnected, just the body language. Like, why wasn't it, but I know a lot of brothers are just not sophisticated in detail stuff, I get that. But to me, that matters, but that aside, however you were carrying it, you still could have went and said, well, why didn't you get your child, like, to present the food to the child? But maybe based on her, she's here to expose, maybe that wasn't going to be possible. Maybe she's keeping his child. We don't know if it's a son or not. We're just going to say son. Maybe she's preventing the child from seeing him, and he doesn't want to be a deadbeat dad. So he just feels like, let me take my son something. Like, why didn't the child come out? How old is the child? I guess they old enough to hold their own food if you bring that big ass drink and a bag of McDonald's. So I don't understand, but damn it, no. He was under no obligation to take the other kids something. And here's why. Because for every one of them other kids is some other nigga. That's what it is. So you need to call them up and say, he just brought food by here for so-and-so. You need to bring some food by here for such and such. And you need to bring such and such and such. You see what I'm saying? Like, because it's not just him. So are you saying that to the other dude or dudes? Are they buying shit for, because, it's one thing if you saw the brother's car too. You see basically where she stay at. So it's not a whole lot of money going on. And she don't get her stamps until the 11th. She left. She let us know that. So she don't get her stamps until the 11th. I can't. Anyway, so they're not wealthy. And he obviously don't got a whole lot of, cash revenue going on. This probably was the best he could do, And so I give him marks for bringing the child something, to whoever was saying, but you know how the kids are, if other kids, that's true, you know, but kids got to learn the hard knocks of life from the time they're kids, especially if they black. You understand? Like, you ain't gonna always have the shit that needs to be. You feel me? Just, you know, it's not a good thing, but it needs to happen. And alas, if they're not polluted children, that child that had the food will share it with the other kids as well. Kids do that, man. I always tell you, show me a child that's not polluted, and I'll show you a real child, because I've proven it to my own life. I've done it. I know. Even when Andrea was on the other night with her precious little man Dior, oof, who I'm adopting. Anyways, he had some ice cream, but we got interrupted when I said, watch, you guys, watch. And I was going to ask him for some ice cream, but I didn't get a chance to do it. That little man would have probably offered me the entire cone. That's how children are, man. That's how children are. That's how they are. Until they've been polluted by adults, then it all changes. Children are they're supposed to be, one of the many things they are is an example for us. An example. When you have the unpolluted heart of a child, you see that. And I suggest to you, but given her, those are probably some polluted ass kids, bad as shit. And so, you know, what are you going to do? So what's he supposed to do? Like, maybe he's on his way to work. He's on a schedule. We don't know. He couldn't stay. So maybe he couldn't take the kid with him. Should the kid starve because he can't spend time with the kid right now? No. So, okay, strike that. So the best thing he could do was drop this food off for his child. That's responsibility. Because it's no different. Let's see it this way. Your kid is in a classroom at school. You know the teacher and your child. You don't know them other kids or they fucking parents. You take something up to the school for your child. You give it to your child. It's understood. That's for your child. Because sadly, what these children her children have to learn now is y'all don't have the same daddy. And their daddy might do some shit your daddy don't do. You see, goes back to telling children the truth. Just got to tell them. You know, one of the things that I despise and I'm very disappointed about with my baby sister, she's not the baby, but I call the baby because she's technically my baby sister, but I'm the last child from my mama. She's not from my mama. I just make that distinction. But all of her children have different fathers, different last names, and none of them match her last name or mine. It's very disappointing. Now, there's a backstory. You know, my nephew's father was murdered. Obviously, that was nobody's fault. I mean, that was somebody's fault, but you know what I mean? Like, okay, so he's gone. So what are you going to do? The second child, the relationship ended. So then now you got a third child with some dudes you didn't marry and you didn't, so it's fine. Yeah. But still, there's that dynamic because there's times when I've called my sister and like Jahan is at her father's and Cairo is with her father, you see, and then my nephew is somewhere, you know, whatever. Like they don't have, you know, I wish that women that are in those situations, like Vanessa Williams, the beauty queen, who's also a Pisces, thank you very much, and plays French horn like your boy, thank you. So there's that. She does want me. She did call last week. All right, put that in my Rolodex. I'll get back to her. Okay. Anyway, Vanessa Williams is friends with all of her exes. All of them. They come together. They do stuff together. It's a mature people. That's the realm in which I dwell. I'm a very mature man. Like, shit doesn't have to be petty unless you have the wrong understanding of shit. You understand? And so this is one of those situations. So you got three babies daddies, or at least two, wherever the other three kids came from. However many they are, you should bring them together. Y'all should sit down as adults without the children and say, okay, we all fucked up some kind of way, but these are the children, and how can we do this so that it is the most advantageous and a smooth experience for them and they're growing up? How can we do that? You see, just takes maturity to get in the same room and just say that. Shit doesn't get done when you don't open your mouth and speak and communicate. It just doesn't happen. You see? So fuck her. You understand? Bitch, you need to go down there to the store and get your kids something. And then you threw the food. So you owe that child something now. You threw the food into the street. Because I just am supposed, this is right up there with, you know, when they say if you out and you see a sister and she with her friends, and if you buy her a drink or something, are you supposed to buy all her friends a drink? We've all heard this. No. If you balling and you trying to be impressive and you think several of them are honeys, and so, I'll buy her one, but I'll buy all her friends ones that I have my pick of the litter, yeah, you can play that option. But maybe you ain't flossing like that. So you see one sister, you like her, she caught your eye, you get some shit for her, and that's it, done. One of my ex-girlfriends, she was a twin. Somehow her twin sister thought I'm dating her. No, heifer, I'm dating Lori. That's it. It's not Lori and Lauren. No, we're good. So when I would take Lori shopping or I'd do something special for her, take her to dinner or something like that, Lauren felt like she's supposed to have something. I just blew it off as like this twin thing. Like, I couldn't really be mad at her, but wow, she was something. So this is that for me. Like, I don't understand. I don't see how this man, and he didn't look like he had a whole bunch of money, that you supposed to neglect your child, because then if I take something from my child, she gonna destroy it because I'm supposed to bring something to other fucking simple ass kids that I didn't have shit to do with from some simple ass niggas that I probably wouldn't like if I saw them. This is one of the reasons why I never dealt with women who have children unless you can show me a death certificate. I don't want shit to do with you. You understand? Because I mean, some other niggas, someplace, and I can't. Nah, I'm good. I'm very good. There needs to be a death certificate, and that's it. Because most of what I see is no maturity. It's all drama. You understand? Yeah, I read that. Yeah. And Rain, you said I would have just bought them all something. If you flossing like that, then go ahead, And if you can do that, that would be optimal. That would be wonderful. Like, but then you run the risk of your child not feeling special. So there's that detail. You feel me? So I read that. Ronaldo, he might not have the funds for the whole family. I give him credit for trying to feed his. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if you flossing like that, then do it. You got Diddy money or some bullshit, Rick Ross, somebody, that's fine. But that's not your obligation. It's just not. That's the hard truth of it. That's the hard truth of it. And quite frankly, I would have taken her to small claims court over just the cost of that Happy Meal. And we could up the award to personal injury to my child. So at least the statutory minimum, $5,000 at least. Just for that. And it's on video and it's out for the public to see. I just played it for you. So there's public embarrassment. There's a few things going on. So I see $5,000 in civil court. Small claims. I see it. I see it. Rain, we need to treat each other better. Be an example to all those kids. So the same when they grow up. Again, if you can, you see, and part of to take your words, to be an example. Again, sometimes we always think of it as only the good stuff. An example means you also show the bad stuff and the stuff that doesn't leave you feeling amazing. You see, one of the problems with this society is everybody gets to win now. Everybody gets a medal. Everybody wins. Everybody gets a medal. You just win no matter what. It's fine. No. I come from fucking school of hard knocks. Everybody does not win. And so what that looks like in this case is you tell kids firmly when they're just that little age, you say, look, you don't get to have shit. Your father didn't bring you nothing. His father did. I'm sorry. And they deal with it. You see, when you keep stuff from children, you just stack up a bunch of shit. Avoiding a shit pile is not going to erase the shit pile. You're going to have to deal with it, you see. And that's what I think about this. I just think, like, when he smashed her, and are the other kids older or younger, that matters in this equation, you see. Like, it's a few things that are missing from this, but ultimately, nah. You know, that's like, we'll take it a step further. If you were dating a woman and you wanted to take her, and she has kids, and you wanted to take her some food, like just surprise her or something, like you want to take her some Olive Garden or some shit by the house or whatever. I don't really need to get nothing for the kids. Now, if she want to share that with the kids, that's on her. You feel me? That's not really on me. Unless I have the funds, then obviously I would send a stretch limousine and I would take her and the kids to fucking Olive Garden or wherever the fuck it was going to be. But no, he has no liability here other than to his child, period. And the other stuff is just window dressing, and it's very sad, and it's whatever, and it's unfortunate. It's a few things we could imagine. But the hard fact of it is that he had no liability to those other children. And how dare she throw out this child's food? Because now you're putting the child in between you and the parent. And the other parent. That kid should have been able to smack down on his fucking McDonald's, which he didn't need to eat any fucking way because it's all poison in plastic, whatever. That's something else. But that kid should have been able to enjoy that McDonald's meal or whatever. And while they bitch it out, you know. Tell them other niggas to get on their grind. Call them up right now and tell them to go to McDonald's. Whatever. You know, like, nah. J9, she may have other baby daddies who actually bring stuff to the others. Yeah. You know, but still she shouldn't. If she don't, she's finding out that everybody don't do that then. You feel me? But she should know that by it, because if the tails return, you think she'd be taking shit to. It does say he had custody of the kids. The kids were at his house, and she's coming by with the McDonald's. You think she's bringing shit for all the kids? I doubt it, because she don't get her check till she don't get her stamp till the 11th. Shiro, this was a disgrace. But they both are young with no communication skills. Exactly. Nail on the head. They're kids. And that's another problem. Our people, you're having children too fucking young. You're fucking up 2 lives. You're fucking up your own life because you ain't did shit. You have 1 life to live. 1. So you just fucked that off by having a child early. Then you fucked up their life because you don't know shit, ain't did shit, ain't learned shit. You can't tell them shit. You don't have shit to bequeath. You don't have any holdings. You don't have any savings. You don't have any property. You don't have any real estate, no stocks, no anything. So you're dumb as fuck, ain't did shit. Now you have a baby who will be dumb as fuck and won't do shit and don't know shit. But to have another baby when they're younger than you were, and they won't, and it's just a cycle of dumbass people. No awareness, nothing. Wait, I missed one. I almost did the same thing I did on Race Supreme. I clicked on it, start yakking, and went back to click on the next comment when I hadn't read the one that was in front of me. Shiro. Apparently she wasn't cooking that day or something. Right, she wrote, and she don't get her stamp to the 11th. You know that. You know she don't get her stamp to the 11th. I'm gonna run that to the ground. I almost want to play that part again. I'm just hateful enough. Damn it.
I'm gonna expose so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that.
Wait, why did it cut off? I'm just evil.
I'm gonna expose so people can see how he really is.
That is classic.
It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. Because that don't look enough for all my kids.
You see how he went? He's really stuck. And I will say this, and even though a lot of these brothers are trifling, I will say sisters do put brothers in some of these brothers in a position. If they're not sophisticated, even if you're not sophisticated, you're probably more sophisticated than the brothers most of the time any damn way. But you saw that? He was like, he didn't even know how to deal with that. Like, fuck, I'm doing my best and this is the shit. That's what that Hitchcock said to me. Like, the fuck?
Don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What do you like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
Count, spend money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, dog. Dumb.
So that's what you gonna go with? That's the one you gonna
Those
go
are your fucking kids' siblings.
So that means
Yeah. So don't. No, I didn't say you had to take care of them. You can bring them something.
Wait, that's your kid's siblings. So let us make sure we tell the county office that. Because I'm sure she doesn't need any additional money for any additional children since they're all siblings anyway. No need for it. So, you know, and she.
If you bring one something to eat.
I bring food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th.
That needs to be my fucking ringtone. Do you understand? Wait, where am I? You know I'll get my stamps until the 11th. That's got to be a ringtone or a meme or something, dude. Like, something has to come of that. That can't be wasted. You know I'll get my stamps till the 11th. By the way, I'm just laughing at how she said it and all that kind of thing because I've told you guys a long time ago, ain't nothing wrong with your public assistance. If you are on it and all that stuff, you know, that's reparations, goddammit. They owe you that and then some. Hold your head high. Hold your head high because I am the product of public assistance. You know, when my grandmother, when we were growing up in Chicago, but that's when food stamps were a food stamp. I remember my sister, my second to the oldest, would send me to the store to get cigarettes for her with fucking food stamps. Anyway, I'm just trying to say, like, you know, there's nothing, A, that's reparations, but also B, because, you know, as Allah says to mankind, that charity is the right of the poor upon the rich. The right of the poor upon the rich. Nobody's supposed to be without. They claim we live in the richest country known to humanity ever in the world and all the shit. Then bitch, give me a fucking whatever. In this case, give her stamps on the 11th. Or whatever. You understand? And, you know, with 9 kids, my grandmother could not have, well, it was 8 of us then. My grandmother couldn't have made it without that, you know. I still remember, I have flash memories, you know, I guess from my early brain, where my grandmother, we'd have to come in and wash up for dinner. And I remember usually she'd have the plates fixed, but a lot of times we would be eating, and I didn't realize until I got grown, she wasn't eating because there wasn't enough. Man, no one should have to go without food and shelter simply because you exist. Now, if you don't get no fucking iPhone and all the bullshit, that we all know what to tell you. But I think that every human being should be guaranteed a decent place to live, not just you under a roof. A decent and peaceful place to live and a nice meal. You are entitled simply because you exist and breathe. That's the world I want to live in. Anjane reminds me of that scene in The Fresh Prince when Carlton threw Will's food in the hospital, and Will was like, I was going to eat that. That kid probably really wanted his Happy Meal. You know you salivating when you were a kid. You smell some fucking McDonald's. Oh my God. And especially, you know, when many of us were children, when McDonald's was still using real materials, it was a dream to just drive past a McDonald's and smell it. You wanted some. Now, no way in hell, homie. No way in hell. None of that shit is real. It's all plastic. It's not even flammable. I can't. Nah. But kids don't know that. So they still love McDonald's. You know. Sweet D, shout out to you. And blessings back at you. Shiro. And just to add, the way she narrated that nonsense, it appears they still sleep together when she feels like it. That was her fuck this nigga attitude. Very good insight. Can only come from a black woman. Appreciate you, queen. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Anjanae, the fact that she recorded this and posted it proves that she is not self-aware. That made her look so bad and stereotypical. Bless her heart. God love her. It's a shame. And then the kids are going to be that savage too. You know, they already got little boys in the diaper. They sagging already. It's a shame, man. We're not producing leaders. We're not, before you get to warriors and kings, you understand? I'm not being reproduced, me. I'm not being reproduced. I am not being reproduced. You understand? I don't see me in our generation coming. Who are you talking about, Jedi? Ah, you have to catch up, D. If you just came in, I don't know. I don't know what time. I got to look at the timestamps. Mystic, rich white folks have been caught getting food stamps, and they make up the large majority of people on public assistance. We'll just look it up while we're live, because why not? We'll just ask, what race is the largest population? ION on public assistance in the United States? Ethnic and racial differences in welfare recipients. Let's bring you in. See if they're going to lie. Because I know what the truth is. But they're changing the rules while I'm playing the game. So, oh, chapter 7. Well, what's that mean? I don't understand. This is way too little for any human being to read. Oh, that's a book. All right, we're over that. New USDA report provides picture of who participates in SNAP. Well, is that public assistance? I thought SNAP was them ladies that be in front of me in the grocery store when I'm too in a fucking hurry and they have to put down these receipts and shit, like a coupon or some shit. Is that SNAP? What is SNAP? Maybe they'll tell me. Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. All right, that's not what we want. We want just public assistance, welfare. Maybe I need to retype my question. What race is largest population on welfare? Oops. Not pollution, Jedi. Population. Population on welfare. Straight talk on welfare statistics. We already got a black face, so I'm over that. Wait, y'all. No, bitch. I don't need how many people I need by race. They give me New York and Alaska, food stamp fraud and the bullshit. No, I want, okay, we'll say, what's the largest racial group? Oops. Oops. Okay, this is from Newsweek. Trump thinks only black people are on welfare, but really white Americans receive most benefits. There's our answer. The prosecution rests. Your witness. You see? Their white ass is the, because, and that's, we'll consider that the micro level. On the grand scale, they're also the biggest welfare case because they don't have shit. Everything they have, they've stolen and thefted and murdered and killed. They don't have anything. So, of course, they're the biggest welfare case. They're the biggest welfare case to all of humanity. To all of humanity. All of humanity. Born and unborn. So, this is not shocking. But I needed to show you that because there's some of my people probably don't realize that. White people make up the most welfare cases in this bitch. So especially my black people, don't you ever feel ashamed of being on fucking public assistance. You understand? And the way things are now, you've got people who are on welfare who I'm sure never thought they would ever be on welfare. And they're getting a rude awakening. You understand? Because rent is $5,000 a fucking minute. I was looking the other day. They have this it's a fold-up house. Boxable. That's a good brand name. I remembered it. Only exposed to it like yesterday, day before yesterday. Boxable. And they're fantastic. I would live in that. I'd live in that. I don't need a whole bunch of shit. That would be perfect. Got a great kitchen, great bathroom. You got a sleep space, and you got a small living room. It's fantastic. It boxes up, and they ship it to you. But rent is too much. Most places, for most people, rent is a nightmare and an undue burden. It's time to start finding where some of these fucking landlords live. And also, it's not just landlords. You have many corporations that have taken over properties and things like that. When it's just, Betty, the manager or some shit, and her husband have owned this complex for 50 years, yeah, you get a good deal, But now you're dealing with such and such real estate, incorporated LLC, corporation, other shit. Now your rent is $15,000 a month and they want it. CJ says, oh, I laughed my ass off. She's a whole clown. Righteous. I remember I had a professor who did an experiment with McDonald's, left the food out for weeks and nothing rotted, and vermin never came for the food. That's true. There's many of those that are even online. You could see them where people have done the research on the hamburgers, the French fries, the fish patties, all the shit. It does not age, dude. It doesn't mold. It doesn't do anything. And I even saw a video where there was a cat. There was something the owner was trying to give the cat, and the cat balked away. Like, fuck nah. And I think that's a good, so if you have animals, like, let them smell any of your shit. If they don't like it, damn it, you don't like it. Animals don't lie. CJ, SNAP is food stamps, WIC. You may be thinking of when they have those checks for milk, juice, etc. Maybe that's it, but I'm invariably behind this sister. And I don't know what it is. And I think that's what frustrates me, because I don't know what it is and I'm being held up. But it's these coupons. Like, I just know it's something public assistance just instinctively, you know. But I'm just mad at my weight. I'm not really mad at the sister, you know. And like I say, I don't want anybody to be ashamed. Thank goodness I don't eat fast food. I don't either. If I don't cook it, it don't get ate. That's just what it is, you know. Last time my nephew was here, you know, he wants to eat out sometimes. So I'm not really given to giving in, but it was just a part of my overall trying to show him a good time while he was here. So, you know, but even he'll tell you, it takes me hours and sometimes days to figure out, well, I don't know, because I hate everything and everything. I can't, you know. And invariably I would land on maybe Taco Bell, just because I managed a fucking Taco Bell for 3.5 years in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Shout out to Oxon Hill, Maryland. You know, at least I was familiar with it. But yeah, I don't eat out. And when you don't eat out, to everybody, you know, consistency is valuable in life, because, and especially as it relates to health and wellness, because I'm not perfect at it, but I do a very good job of keeping in tune with my body. I know, you know, like I've been a little worried lately, because I told you guys my doctor told me I have high cholesterol, like dangerously high, and they gave me the medication and all the shit. I didn't take it. I decided to I can't afford to really change my diet. I'm a skeleton already. So how do I still eat and not vanish while lowering my cholesterol too? I don't really eat a lot of high cholesterol shit though. So I'm not understanding. Honestly, my soul has rejected this. I'm just saying it out loud for the first time, but I really feel like we're gonna do a test next month, actually. And I really feel like they're going to say, no, your cholesterol looks great. Because how about I'm the same dude. I'm consistent. I still eat and cook the same stuff. I've always cooked and eaten. Although there was one thing, to be clear. Let me slow down, Jedi. I went through everything in my house. But I also went back. What have you done differently? That's why consistency is important, because you can always track yourself back. You know what your tendencies are, and you hold firm to those. So I went back. Ha-ha! I was using cornstarch for my wings. That's right in the time frame, because you know, this isn't the first time my doctors tested my cholesterol. Not at all. In fact, I've heard him say, I never even hear my cholesterol, because he always says your cholesterol looks good, blah, blah, blah. And I don't even hear it. Boom. That's it. because I've sworn off frying chicken because chicken has changed. And in fact, as of right now that I'm speaking, I can tell you that I'm not buying any more chicken. Like, I'm over it. Unless I know the brother that raised that chicken and I see him slaughter it, he gonna sell me that, I eat it. No more. No more mass manufactured meats for me. I'm done. But this chicken, so wings, to do them in the oven, one of the ways you make them crispy is you add either, you can add non-aluminum baking powder to them, or you can add cornstarch. So when you put them on the rack and put them in the oven with all your shit, they will come out crispy as if you fried them. And I was using a lot of cornstarch. And I looked up cornstarch, and it's like, yeah, that's some bullshit. So I'm sure I'm getting cornstarch in other parts of my diet, but that's incidental and in lower amounts. I make wings. I'm probably going to do 2 packs. So that's going to be at least 24 wings. I'm going to eat those in the course of a day or two, because they're just, you just want to just eat them, because they're just easy. And, you know, so no more cornstarch. And indeed, with that, no more wings, no more chicken, no more. Because your taste buds have memory. And I go back to what chicken tasted like when I was little. Chicken was the best thing ever, man. It's not like that no more. And I haven't stopped cooking differently. And I cook some damn good chicken. Any way you want it. I used to do, one of my favorite things to do, either breasts or thighs in mushroom, and cream of mushroom soup. But there's more that goes to it than that. And would kill the game. The breasts begin to get too dry, so I'm over that. You know, then the thighs just look too mysterious, so I was over that. And I mean, nah, you can't eat shit. Don't starve to death, damn it. Run for your life. Okay, last comments. CJ, thank goodness I don't eat. I read that. Righteous, did I read that? You need more of the good cholesterol in your bloodstream to clean your system properly. I do, and I'll tell you what I've been doing too, Righteous, is I went ahead, well, the day that he told me that, probably for the next several days, all I drank or ate, if you want to call it eating, was I got some bagels, and I would make a huge pitcher of, I would put in my blender, I would put bananas, peanut butter, honey, and something else. And that would be what I would drink to eat, you know. And a bagel, just because I figured I needed something solid, you know. But I'm like, you're going to turn into a fucking skeleton if you just do this, you know. But I can't care. I know I can prove this to myself, you know. Because I know inherently when the body does anything, it's telling you, you need to do something. That's your body going like this. But what, like for instance, Uncle, he's on high blood pressure medication, high cholesterol, just high everything, everything. And he thinks because he takes his pill, he's good. No, you're not. A life change has to come with that. That's supposed to assist. But I'm here to say I'm not trying to take any of their damn medicine. Do you understand? I need to correct. Because once I understood, yes, you can lower your cholesterol, that's it. Then I just need to do the work. I don't need a pill to do that. It's lowerable. I will lower it. Inshallah. That's it. We're good. Do you have an air fryer? That's the healthiest way to eat fried foods. I don't have a air fryer, D. And I will tell you this. I firmly believe that anything that you fry in oil at your own house is not a problem. The oils that are in fried foods that you buy or get from a commercial place, that's a different oil. That's a different oil. That's bad fried food. You know, because, you know, I look at my grandmother, Rahim of Allah. And my aunt and my father, you know. Okay, fine. Eventually it was prostate cancer took my father out. It was, well, as you get older, your heart just kind of goes. So my grandmother. And then my aunt had, I still don't know what kind of cancer she had. Once you hear cancer, you don't hear shit after that. But what I'm trying to get at is that they ate real butter. They used grease. They used all the shit. But they weren't, you know, unhealthy really about it so much. You know, like my grandmother and them didn't fix no chitlins, even though they weren't Muslim. There was no chitlins. There was no any of the shit. There was just all the shit. Like, no. So I know that to be true. And then there's different ways to fry stuff. There's a difference in pan frying and deep frying also, everybody. You need to know that. And then it's a type of oil. And then is it industrial or not? Because you can have like a canola oil. It can be industrial. That's not good. But you have an organic canola oil. That's good for you. You see? Olive oil, cold pressed, you know, a good olive oil, things like that. We need oils, you know, just because they make things good, you know. And every once in a blue moon, I would fix myself like a ribeye steak or something just to do it. But yeah, I don't have an air fryer, and they're too small, and I still don't understand fully how they work, and I know instinctively it's some bullshit because the white man is the devil. So we're gonna find out something in a few years that causes cancer some kind of way because of the heating element or something. Watch. Sweetie, I don't eat a lot of meat, period. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of meat, you know. In fact, all I had yesterday was, I don't know what I had yesterday. I know what I had at the end of yesterday because I got the snackies at the end of the night when it was already late and I'm like, I haven't eaten. I just chopped up some broccoli and some cauliflower, and then I didn't have any dressing, so I had some sour cream and some cream cheese. So I mixed those together. I clipped some of my basil off of my basil plant, and I minced some garlic and some salt and pepper and a little bit of lime juice and something else I put in there. And it was fantastic to dip my fucking broccoli and cauliflower. It was good. Oh, and a big piece of watermelon. Because the last time that I was at the produce place, the Mexican dude, his father was there, and he was, my friend, I have watermelon for you. I have watermelon. And I was like, this is the most racist shit you could say to a black man walking into your establishment. I didn't say that to him because I understood it. I got it. He didn't know, and it was fine. But anyways, he had seedless and he had without the seed, or without seed and seeds. And I was like, are they seedless? If they're seedless, I don't want. He goes, no, I have these seed. I have these seed. I will tell you, I have one slice of that watermelon left in my refrigerator right now, and it's the sweetest watermelon I've had in many years. I thought I was going to eat myself to death on it. Like, the first time I cut it, I'm like, because it's one of them long ones that's fat. And the first time I cut the heel off of it, you know, so I have a bowl. And I fully expected it's going to be some bullshit. It's going to be mediocre, and I'm over it. And I dipped my spoon in there. I'm like, oh. I was ready to cry, man. I was ready to cry, seeds and all. And I was eating the seeds and all. Eat the seeds. I eat the seeds even. I don't care. It's that good. Anyways, I'll start our landing gear now, everybody. Seats in the upright position. And put away your tray tables. Did I shout out Black Winter? Shout out to you, Black Winter if I didn't. I think I did. Anyway. Yeah, I think I got everybody. First, I think I want to say a shout out to all of the new names that I saw in the stream today. And anyone watching me now that I'm not live anymore, if you're new, do subscribe to the channel after you've seen me now. Because everybody on YouTube starts out with this. Before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe. Fuck that. You've seen me now. If you got something out of this, you want to see me again, then you subscribe. If not, it's a one hit, one smash, be gone. I'll forget your name, you forget mine, and we good. But shout out to the new people. I want to say shout out to my moderators, even though I can't see all of you because on this software, I'm not on YouTube looking at you. Well, if I look on here, but on here, I'm not look. It's not YouTube. It's StreamYard. And but shout out to all my moderators. I see you. And all my constant, my regulars, my ride or dies, my faithful. I appreciate all of you. And today is Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. So I thank you guys for your participation also as well. And your interactive. I love when we can be interactive. Otherwise, there's no need for us to be here. We may as well go home and sit down. And I'll probably take a look at this thing that somebody was telling me about this person being shot 90 times, this brother. I might, but it's more likely than not that I won't. Just because I don't need another shot count. I need a small army of brothers with me to go to Akron and take out the entire fucking precinct. And if we're not going to do that, then there's no need to talk about it. There just isn't. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So you need to get there if you're not. I'm just closing out some of these tabs, y'all, and I'm going to say goodnight. This wasn't too bad. We're under 3 hours. Allahu Akbar. You know, it feels longer than that to me. You know, but it always feels different for me because a really long stream, I'll watch it back and it's over. And I'm like, that didn't feel as long as it actually is. So it just depends on time management and what's going on, you know. We're under 3 hours. So that's good. That's good. I want to say if we don't see each other before the weekend, everybody, we should be live over the weekend. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys all. I love you all. And I'll see you soon. This is the Judge.